26, almost Thanksgiving. I'm so excited for Thanksgiving. I don't know about you guys, but Thanksgiving might be my favorite holiday. Christmas, Thanksgiving, kind of like this, but Christmas is so commercialized. Thanksgiving is like pure, and it's just amazing. It's a great time with family. So I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I hope it's not too stressful. And that just be a great time with family. Now, I want to introduce you guys to somebody. This is my son, Isaac. I know, usually video people would I'm sorry, I was touching it. There you go. Now you can see Isaac real good. That's Isaac MacArthur Spanding. He's a little stud. He was born last April 2nd, 2013. But he was born with a disability. The disability is called prune belly. Prune like the fruit, prune belly syndrome. And the reason he called it prune belly syndrome is because, well, there's a few complications with this, both with his kidney and bladder and so on and so forth. But when he was being formed inside my wife, he never formed abdominal muscles. So his belly is really big and it looks kind of wrinkly. So that's why they call it prune belly syndrome. But so literally, he has 0 abdominal muscles in his belly. Now, the reason I bring up Isaac today is because I was so proud of him. I am proud of him every day. I'm proud of all 3 of my kids. But Isaac, we work with him really hard on his development, especially physically, and sitting up. So if you imagine not having abdominal muscles, it's very difficult to sit up. So he was sitting up, and our physical therapist, she comes over once a week, and this morning he sat up for 5 minutes on his own. I was so excited. It made me so proud, and to see this little guy just doing so amazing. His life is a miracle, and it's been a blessing to be a part of that. Now, the reason I bring up him and his disability is because it made me think about God's perspective on us. And the reason I say that is because when I see my Isaac, I don't see him with a disability. When I see him this morning sitting up, I see only his abilities he has. Let me show you something, how Jesus turned everything upside down. I mean, everything. One of the most pivotal passages in the Bible is Matthew 5 and Matthew 6. They're called the Beatitudes. And there's this teaching that Jesus gave that probably to date is the most, not only inspirational teaching, but it put a blueprint out for the kingdom of heaven. Let me read this. And this is just short. This is just the very beginning. And I'm going to paraphrase some. But watch what he calls blessed. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Blessed are the merciful. Blessed are the pure in heart. Blessed are the peacemakers. For they will be called sons of God. All those things that Jesus lays out as blessed are things that you and I probably would not think of right away. The meek, those who mourn. You see, God has been doing something since this world began that is counterintuitive to how we think often. Oftentimes we compare ourselves. Have you ever noticed? Put my pen down. I look at who I am, and then I compare it to the other guys my age, or older than me, or younger than me, and see how I stack up. I think that's why physical things that people have wrong with them, like my son, that's why it gets labeled a disability. Because you look at him, and he doesn't have abs, and this child over here does. So he kind of falls underneath. He has something wrong with him. But is that how God sees it? So the question is this. Is my son's perceived disability really a disability? When Jesus talked about in his passage here, Matthew 5, the meek, the poor, those who mourn, those are seemingly negative attributes. But under Jesus' perspective, they're opportunities. They're opportunities for him to glorify himself through people's perceived disability. See, when I see Isaac, I never see a disability. All I see is opportunity. And that's exactly how God views you.